Your financial needs aren't independent of each other, so your financial advisors shouldn't be either. At Mercantile Bank, our experienced United Wealth professionals are united to serve you and your complete financial planning and wealth management needs. Are you just starting your investment journey or need to roll over a retirement plan? Do you need to plan for a loved one with special needs or for your own life after work? Maybe your business needs a succession plan or you want to enhance your employee benefit programs. Whatever steps you need to take, our United Wealth experts are ready to take them with you. Together, we are united.
Hi, this is Ron Kincher from Muddy River News. Welcome to the Business Spotlight, brought to you by Mercantile Bank. And today we're going to talk to Chad Englehardt with Bud's Paint and Body Shop. Thanks for making a long trip over here from Palmyra to join us for this conversation. I did not realize you guys have been open for quite a while, since 1945.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So this year will be 80 years for us. So my grandpa started it, like you said, in 1945. So then my dad, eventually took it over. And then now I'm, taking it over. And
so when did you start working there? Like when you were 8, or how does it work?
Yeah, pretty much my whole life. So,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, officially, I think I've been there about 13 years officially, where it's my full-time job and everything. But yeah, no, I was constantly there growing up, working summers when I was in school, working after school, stuff like that. So yeah, I've been around the business. Yeah, I mean,
was there any doubt you were going to work there growing up, or did you? I mean, was there anything like I want to be a policeman or?
Yeah, actually, I didn't decide probably till towards the end of high school. I think like my junior year was when I decided I wanted to get into it. I never really knew for sure what I wanted to do, but finally, when I was in high school in my later years, working summer, I finally got to start messing with cars a little bit. I developed the trust with with my dad and the guys and stuff, where I was starting to do that, and then enjoyed it, and it's treated my family pretty good so far.
Yeah. So what was the progression though when you first started working there? How hard were your grandpa and your dad on you compared to the other people that were working there?
So my grandpa was great. I mean, he was my man.
Right.
He was always there. For anything I needed, never hard on me. He made sure I did things right, but that was about the extent of it. My dad, a little bit different story. Never any issues or anything. But yes, I did have definitely a little more scrutiny on me.
Yeah.
So.
Do you scrutiny? Good political word. Do you still get your hands dirty?
Sometimes, not often that I do,
that part?
but I do. A day when I get out there and get to do some stuff. Now I'm not doing doing the heavy hits like my guys are out in the shop and stuff. But I get out there, do a little bit of things every now and then. I enjoy it. Yes.
Yeah. So your grandpa started this in 1945, and doing some research, he was in the service, right?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So he was in World War II, part of the Seabees, and he served so he was in the Pacific. He was over there for I think about 3 years, and he came back. Officially was done with his service the day before Christmas in 1945, and then the day after Christmas is when he started working. So
was he a mechanic in the Seabees?
No, I mean, he just kind of did everything. They'd come in, so he was helping build up the islands when they got there.
Okay.
Getting it ready for the troops coming in and stuff. And he'd had a little bit of a history tinkering with cars before. His dad had kind of never officially had a shop open or anything like that, but he'd kind of tinkered on cars. So, my grandpa knew about it, but hadn't, been previously in business.
So you may not know this, but what drove him to start a body shop of all things?
Well, he always had a funny story to tell about it. And he said when he was in, like I said, he always knew that was something that he was capable of, but never took it, never took it real serious. And he always liked to say he was on tiny island in the Pacific that they had gone in, and they were building it up and stuff. And he said there was only 2 Jeeps on the whole island.
Right.
And he said they managed to hit each other and had an accident. So he said
that's
his way of always looking at it, as long as there's 2 cars out there, we always got something to do. So.
Yeah, that's great. And so was he the only employee when they opened it up?
Starting off, I think his dad did help him out some here and there, but yeah, starting off it was just him. So.
Okay, so is this the second location that the business has been in?
Technically third.
Third, okay, so he opened up, maybe just ran it in his garage or something like that.
Yeah, it was on the north end of Palmyra. Had a shop there that he was there for probably about 10 years. It started off as a garage just by the house. That was there. That ended up actually burning down on him when he was working on a vehicle and stuff, and he got out but lost everything there.
Oh, shoot.
Restarted building another building right there, and then about 10 years later, I think in about the mid 50s, he moved up to basically where we're at now.
So. And how old is the building you're in now?
So the building we're in now, we moved in April 1st, 2014.
So what drove the decision to put that building up or redo that building?
So the building, which is just right across the street from where we're at now,
Yeah.
I mean, it had been there for 60 years on it, so we'd kind of, it served us very well, but we kind of, there wasn't any more room to grow.
That's what I was, okay. And what was it, a technology situation where you needed to put more stuff in but
bit,
didn't have room?
A little bit of everything. One, the space wasn't quite there. Things have, just like cars have changed so much over the years, how you run a collision repair. Shop has changed a lot with production, how you got to keep things flowing and stuff. Our old building just wasn't set up well for that on it, and we had two separate buildings, so like paint was done on the one building, everything else was done on the other building, and this old block building wasn't air conditioned, heated and stuff, but wasn't the most well insulated thing. So,
right.
And then especially with me getting into the business, really the only option to keep things going was building a new facility.
So how much is it easier to repair a car now than it was when you first got going over there because of technology, or is it harder because there's so many different cars out there?
Yeah, I'd say it's harder on it because what you back in the day, which I'm talking well before my time. I mean, they would take two cars, one that had a good front end, one that had a bad, front end, just put them together and stuff. And that was a normal, safe repair back in the day. Like you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, right.
So in one way, cars are not, where you used to try to fix everything, repair everything without having to replace stuff anymore. Repairability is very much lower on cars. How the metal's put together, how the cars are put together, just don't really, makes it harder to do a quality repair. And then now we throw in all the safety features on cars, the ADAS, which is Advanced Driving Assist system. So like when your car, keeps you in the center of your lane, your adaptive cruise, it slows you down when you're coming up on cars and stuff.
So you actually have to fix that type of stuff too?
Yes.
I hadn't thought about that. So, wow. Okay. So how much deer work do you do?
A lot.
Okay.
A
so
lot.
if I hit a deer, that's obviously going to affect that computer stuff.
Yes, it can. Yep.
So you have almost like two repairs going on. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, in a way on it. So kind of how it works. We figure out everything going on. We then run that against what the OEM, what their documentation and procedures they have out there. Because there's some things like if it's your stuff on the rear, your backup sensors, your blind spot, stuff like that. You hit something in the front, nothing has to get done as far as that goes. Now we're always scanning every car because even though nothing's wrong, you just taking stuff apart, you got all kinds of codes that are in there that could cause problems with they're cleared out. But basically, we go over the OE procedures on what necessitates it needs to be.
What
done
procedures?
So like the ADAS procedure. So doing recalibrations on the cars, which is becoming on pretty much every new car.
So do you always use OEM parts?
We try to the best of our ability. I mean, very large, can't tell you like an exact percentage, but majority of what we use is, now most insurance companies do not write, OEM parts, unless that's the only option. Most insurance companies want to use aftermarket or used stuff if it's cheaper.
That's what I was wondering about. Okay. What about refurbished? Is that considered used?
Yeah, kind of. It kind of depends. It's more referred to as reconditioned on it, which
That's just a fancier word.
We stay away from that stuff completely.
You mentioned insurance companies.
Yeah.
How tightly are you guys integrated with the insurance companies, or are they dictating what you do?
So they dictate a lot of things on it now. We, get all of our documentation together to get paid for what we're doing and repair the car the correct way. And that's something we take on all of ourselves. Don't make the customer have to, deal with the insurance company on that side of things on it. But yes, the insurance company does dictate a lot. We just got to learn how to, learn to work with them, and we try to keep a good relationship. Makes it easier for everybody.
How often, or does it ever happen where you guys do the estimate and they say no, that's wrong? Can the insurance companies do things like that?
Do
they get that involved?
Rarely you'll get one where they straight up disagree with everything.
Okay.
Normally it's a difference, we're wanting to use OEM parts, they switch it all over to aftermarket, or we say something needs to be replaced. Like a fender, we say the damage is too bad for it to be repaired, so it needs replaced. They say they want to repair it. It's typically things like that. Rarely is there one where they're just straight up like, nope, not doing any of that. So.
How did COVID affect your business like everybody else's business?
Yep.
In what way? Hard to find parts, or
yeah,
or people weren't driving as much?
Yeah, and that was the big thing. I mean, business dropped off. I mean, just like so many other businesses dealt with, because people weren't driving, people weren't going to work on it. You know, some people just didn't want to get out, whether they needed something done anyways and stuff. And then, so yeah, that was the first thing. And then once people did start getting back driving, the work started, you know, getting back to close to where it was. Then yeah, parts were a major, and supplies and stuff were a major issue.
What's the tenure of your employees? I've heard they stick around pretty well.
Yeah. So my one guy, he's been there longer than I've been alive.
Right.
So this is his. This will be his 39th year.
Wow. Okay.
Come later in the year here on it, and I got another. My painter, he's been there for 20. This will be his 25th year, and then after that, I mean, everybody's been there. I think everybody's been there at least 5 years that I have right now. We've kind of, you know, when I started, I was the youngest one by a long shot, because I mean I was 20 years old on, and everybody else had been there working, you know, working for quite a while, and we've kind of turned over. New generations coming in, so now we got more young people than we do, you know, like my dad's generation. So.
How did the slogan come about? Was that your grandpa's idea?
That was my grandpa's.
It's that old then? Okay.
Yeah, no, it's been around a long time. Exactly how he came up with it, I'm not.
Okay. Well, probably
I'm not sure
at that island.
On it, but yeah.
I mean, two cars run into each other.
Yep.
That's not good. So we meet by accident.
Yep.
Well, thanks for coming over.
Yeah. No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. All right, Chad Englehardt, Bud's Paint and Body Shop. This has been the Business Spotlight, brought to you by Mercantile Bank.
Your financial needs aren't independent of each other, so your financial advisors shouldn't be either. At Mercantile Bank, our experienced United Wealth professionals are united to serve you and your complete financial planning and wealth management needs. Are you just starting your investment journey or need to roll over a retirement plan? Do you need to plan for a loved one with special needs or for your own life after work? Maybe your business needs a succession plan or you want to enhance your employee benefit programs. Whatever steps you need to take, our United Wealth experts are ready to take them with you. Together, we are united.